Hey everyone, welcome to Barivation. This is my first live stream. I haven't done a live stream in, gosh, I don't know how long. It was like, whoops, tells you how rusty I am. It was like pandemic work from home stuff since I last used this streaming software. So welcome everyone to my channel. This is Scott Winterroth, the one and only Scott Winterroth here in the YouTube space. I am doing a weekly live stream for weight loss motivation, weight loss support, specifically bariatric weight loss support. If you are considering bariatric surgery, you've had bariatric surgery, I'm your guy. This is your channel. Hit that like and subscribe because we're going to talk about topics surrounding weight loss, keeping off the pounds, taking off the pounds, living a healthier lifestyle all around. So whether you're 300 plus pounds or you're 3 pounds away from your goal weight, I think we've got something here for everyone. Most importantly, I think it might be good for me to just kind of start with my journey, where I'm at, a little bit of an update. You maybe have watched some of my videos, but if you haven't, welcome. If not, I'm going to go through the story again. Basically, I'm 42 years old, I'm 5'7", and for many, many years, I'm 41. Don't make myself older than I am. 41 years old, 5'7", and basically for many years I struggled with my weight. Back in high school, I lost 110 pounds in high school to get down to about 200 pounds, and just recently in August of 2022, I had bariatric surgery in Chicago, and I lost 100. I'm down like 110 pounds, I believe. Either way, I'm at right around 198, 199 pounds right now. Lowest I've been as an adult my entire adult life. So I'm super happy, super glad I did it. It was a fantastic journey. I'm very fortunate that I had very little problems. You can watch some of my previous videos on recovery after surgery, but I had really little issues from the actual surgery. And now I'm here to help share my story, so hopefully this can inspire you to either make a change in your life or continue living a changed lifestyle and maintaining your weight at the desirable weight that you wish to be. Saw a really fantastic post by the Guackward dietitian, I believe, on Instagram. I don't know her real name. I see she pops up on my scroll, but she said something this week that really resonated. Like, when is enough when it comes to losing weight? And I'll add a link to the show notes to her profile because it's definitely not trying to take this from her. This is all something she brought up this week. But when is losing enough weight enough? You know, it's like I've been struggling to lose weight my entire life. It's like I was born needing to lose weight. So at what point do I need to stop worrying about losing 5 more pounds, 10 more pounds, 20 more pounds? And I know I've said in my past videos that I would like to maybe lose another 10, 20 pounds, if you will. But also I'm really happy with where I'm at. So I'm in no way. I'm wearing a size medium large in men's, straight sizes. So one thing I love about buying clothes right now, this is a little bit of a tangent, is that you can buy clothes at this size for fit versus just for putting it on. I know I was talking to Heather about this earlier. Back in the day when you're buying big and tall, it's like you buy whatever size basically goes around you. And whether that is tight or loose, that's what you have to live with. Generally, more or less, you're going to buy something looser when you are bigger because it's sort of a way to sort of hide your body. But at this size, it's great. I can buy any size I want, and whether I buy a medium, a large, or even a small, it's just basically how tight do I want the clothing. Whereas when you're bigger, it's like just trying to buy something that you can get on is half the battle. So, anyways, that is a little bit of a side story there. But I think what was interesting, going back to what the dietitian said, is that when is enough enough? When do you want to stop losing weight and just maintaining your weight? And I think that's a really good thing to think about when you're on this journey. And where do you want to net out? Where's your net? And for me, I know my goal weight was 200. I'm now been comfortably at 200 pounds for the last 6-8 months or so. And I'm really happy with this weight. I think this is what I was in high school. Don't necessarily feel like I have to lose weight, but I have a little bit. I still have a little bit of a goal. I think I'd like to lose a little bit more weight on my belly, if you will. And I know that's getting a little cosmetic here, if you will. I don't necessarily have to, but I think I'd like to try. And therefore, I'm going to try to lose another 5 or 10 pounds. So that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this live stream, is that I have some goals. I've set some goals and I want to put them out there. And I think by July, maybe this summer, I'd like to maybe be down 15 pounds total. I'm going to take a little bit one step at a time, because I do know when you get to this point in my journey, like, skin starts sagging in places you don't really want it to sag. Like, even now, I'm getting a little bit of a gobble chin just by losing a pound or two. So I think it's more important to take it slow when you get to this level versus trying to work really hard to lose a bunch of weight in the very beginning. But also, it kind of comes with the territory. So we'll see. I'm happy where I'm at, but I maybe would like to lose a little bit more. So that's a little bit on my journey. I think for me right now, there's just been lots of sort of developments, obviously, in this weight loss space. I mean, there's tons of drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy, and you hear all about that stuff for people with diabetes, and that's one way to lose weight. I still think bariatric surgery is definitely something for people to really consider if they're looking at doing weight loss. I have my premonitions about what I think about weight loss drugs. Of course, I'm not a medical professional, and my advice is not something you should consider when going through treatments. You should definitely listen to your doctor, but from my experiences watching other people with weight loss drugs versus bariatric surgery, is weight loss drugs will help you lose weight, but they don't change your lifestyle. Whereas bariatric surgery changes your relationship with food, which I think is one of the struggles most people who are morbidly overweight have, right? Is a connection with food, whether you use it for pleasure, whether you use it for stress, whether you use it for fun, whatever. We all sort of have a weird relationship with food, and I think that that's something that bariatric surgery has really helped me, is change my relationship with food. And food is less of a thing that's like in the background that we just do every day, is like a habit, and more of a fuel, something I only eat, something that I eat to sustain myself during the day. So that's definitely something I'd love to talk about more in the future. Another thing I thought was interesting to share with the bariatric community this week is that there was a study I saw that was published in some research journal way over my head in terms of academic research, but they talked about sugar alcohols, which if you're on a bariatric lifestyle journey or weight loss journey, you're probably having a lot of no sugar items, like sugar-free things, right? And a lot of sugar-free things, especially like candies with sugar alcohols in them, actually create gas. So I was having these mints, the Lifesaver mints, and I'd have them in the car or whatever, just here and there. And I couldn't figure out why I was getting such gnarly gas. And here, it probably was actually the sugar alcohols in those mints. And granted, you're probably only supposed to have one or two, and I think maybe I was a little overdoing it. But yeah, no, I had some really gnarly gas, and I think it was because of the sugar alcohol. So be careful with what you have that's sugar-free. I think that's an interesting little tidbit to share. So yeah, another thing I wanted to talk about with this channel, and I'm really hoping to get 500 people here really soon, because if I get 500 subscribers, then I can turn on the community features, and I really would love to create this as a weekly check-in for people to stay accountable. But in order to do that, I have to have 500 subscribers, right? So I'm getting really close. I think I'm at 375 or something like that. But I used to be in a group called Tops, and it was a men's only group, which was great for me. And you may be familiar with Tops. They are weight loss groups taking off the pounds, and they're all over the country. They fluctuate in terms of membership. Usually, this is my personal opinion, but the groups typically skew a little bit older because it's been around for a long time. And I learned a lot from the gents that were in that group over the years. I was in it for 3 good years. Of course, I started right before the pandemic, so a lot of those years were hybrid or on Zoom. So, but either way, learning from the guys, and the average age of this group was over the age of 60. I think I brought that down to the age of 60 when I joined the group. But basically, there is a lot of really good wisdom that was shared with me, and I think that this would be a really great opportunity on this live stream to share some of the wisdom that I learned from people who have gone before me, so I can use it to inspire you and share this wisdom with you, and save it to the interweb so the future generations can watch this video even 10 years from now, or so on and so forth. So I have as part of the group, we had a calorie sheet, and I actually am a pretty good advocate for tracking calories. and also macros. I think you should, keep track of your carbs, your proteins, your nutrients, and stuff like that. But most importantly, calories and protein, because I do know that sometimes when you're not losing weight, or maybe you're trying to bust up against a plateau, it's probably because you're eating too many calories and not burning enough calories through exercise, right? It's easy calories in versus calorie out. That's really kind of how weight loss works. It's much easier to say when you're at your goal weight versus when you're morbidly overweight, which I was at one point in my life. But there's a lot of really good tips, and the group centers are on tracking calories. So they have what's called a calorie sheet, and I've got one here. It's pretty ragged. It was in my pocket for a while. But they have lots of really good tips that I could go through. Like, basically, there's 50 tips right here. So each episode, I could go over a tip and we could talk about it. But basically, tip number one, to start off the chain, is thinking about your goals and not your limitations, right? I think that a lot of us get stuck with, no matter where we're at in our weight loss journey, about thinking about our goals, where we want to be, but not necessarily thinking about what we can do right this second, right? Sometimes I think when you have to lose a significant amount of weight, whether that's 25 pounds, 45 pounds, 65 pounds, 85, 105, 205 pounds, you sort of automatically get into this mindset, well, I want to lose weight, but I can't do X, or I suck at Y, or whatever mindset you put yourself in about weight. Believe me, I've been there. I'm not criticizing. But I think what you need to understand is that we are magnificent miracles of humans, that our bodies are so resilient that no matter what we put our intentions to, we can basically achieve that. What is really great is this surgery is like a miracle. I mean, it's like a miracle surgery in my opinion. And I think that there's a lot of opportunities if you are considering it and you have the insurance and you have the wherewithal to have it done, whether you're paying for it out of pocket or whether you're paying for it somehow, if you have to invest in it. I think it's completely worth it because it has completely transformed my lifestyle. So, but getting back to the thing is that you are only the limitations that you set for yourself. If you put your mind towards anything, I bet you, granted, you'll get there. It may not be in one day, it may not be in 1 month, it may not be in 1 year, but if you start with small, tiny, achievable goals, you can get to where you want to be, probably even quicker than you think. But most importantly, you understand that you have to think about your goals and not your limitations. And a goal is useless. You have to act now. Act now. Get off this live stream and start working out. Go for a walk if you're overweight. Do it. Because if you don't do it today, before you know it, you'll blink your eyes. It's going to be 5 months, 6 months, 2 years, 10 years, and you'll wish you had done it then. Right? So goals are useless. Action is everything. I think that's a really good way to sort of wrap up this first episode. Thanks for watching. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. If you have a question about bariatric surgery or weight loss or anything, you know me, I'm an open book. You can ask me a question basically on anything. I probably respond. Leave a comment, and I'd love to hear what you have to say. And I'm going to try to stay consistent with these on Sunday nights. So join me at 7 p.m. Central Time Sunday nights. Maybe a little bit early, maybe a little bit late, depending on what I've got going on. But ultimately, I think this is really going to be the start of something awesome. Thanks for bearing with me. Stay well, and I'll see you next time.